idea what we were getting into. This was a simple concept that was going to be a part-time job for me, and we didn't realize that, of course, what it would grow into. One of the things that has been really interesting to me has been to see that a business that works so well for us, simple business, has worked so well for other people across the world. And a simple formula, simple recipe has been so well received everywhere. And I do think that it has been serendipitous, where we started out doing one thing, not ever even imagining the outcome, and just continued to make sure that we had consistency and integrity and really superb customer service. Where Jeff and I started working in the back of his family restaurant with our up to our elbows in Maui Wowi mix, to now 9 countries, 600 operating units. It really is remarkable. It has been so rewarding to me, and to see how many lives have changed. You know, I think to have control over your time is really a gift. And I've always been the one that's been home raising my kids and working. So I'm the mom that people call. They have me on their emergency contact list. Can we call you if our kid gets sick at school, or can you run over and do something? I'm able to attend all of my kids' things. I'm always there when they get home from school. That kind of thing is priceless. And I've seen that throughout the whole Ohana. The aloha spirit is really important to us, just as it is to continue and being consistent in this Hawaiian theme. We work really hard on perfection in a cup, and we are giving our customers a lot more than a smoothie or coffee. We're giving them, really we're giving them a memory, or we're triggering a memory. I grew up on the beaches of Southern California. I spent a lot of time hanging out on the beach. Went to a health food store in the late 60s and had my first smoothie. And it must have stuck in my brain, because about 15 years later, we started the concept, my husband Jeff and I. He had restaurant experience, his family had restaurants, and I had no experience in anything, except that I knew that I didn't want to work full-time. So we sort of started our collaboration, and then we used his restaurant to prepare our mixes and work on our formulations. It took us some months to do that. Finally, on our honeymoon, we went on a ski vacation to Sun Valley, Idaho, and the weather was so bad we couldn't ski, and with nothing else to do, we decided that we would finish formulating our smoothie recipe, and that's what we did. So when we came off of our honeymoon, we actually had a finished product and a name, and we're ready to go. It was his experience with restaurants that we knew that we could set up a streamlined system off of a kiosk that would work efficiently. So he actually set that up, and then we would make the mixes at night after the restaurant closed in the big kettles, and sometimes we'd stay up all night long preparing it for the event the next day. So our very first event, we had no idea what to expect. We didn't know what we were doing. But we did know that there were a couple of things we had to do. We had to teach people about smoothies, because nobody knew about them. They hadn't even heard the name. So we started out and had someone do sampling from the very beginning, and we knew we also had to create an image and value in what we were trying to sell, because at the time $1.50 was a lot of money to spend for a drink. And so we actually got the little paper umbrellas, and we used those from day one, and really tried to develop the Hawaiian atmosphere. And we worked really hard on that. And that seemed to be a real winner, because who doesn't have a really good Hawaiian vacation experience or a memory, or at least a desire to go there? So we realized that the image, the theme, was just as important as the good quality product that we were selling. We started out with one grass shack, really, a wooden shack in 1983, and then we realized that we can probably put in a second cart at this event, and so we grew to two, and we had to split off. Jeff and I were working together. Then we separated and worked two carts. Then we realized, some of these venues could hold 3 or 4 carts, and so that then turned it into more of a hands-off, where we were more overseeing our employees and working on securing locations and venues and things like that. So it grew very fast as we multiplied. When we got to the point where we were starting to think about franchising, we talked to a franchise attorney who said, this concept is not going to work. And the reason why is we just haven't seen anybody that didn't have territories, and a mobile franchise like this just won't fly. So knowing that, it has been really remarkable to see how this franchise has flown, that the Ohana, we call it the Ohana, this family, this organization has worked so well together. Really, it's been remarkable to me to see how cooperative everybody has been with each other, and how everyone is invested in everyone else's success, and everyone is committed and dedicated to building the brand. And I think that we've done a remarkable job there.